over to John, who is in Boston, listening on the Station of the Cross. Hi, John. Welcome. You're on with Jimmy Akin.
Good evening. Thank you for taking my call. I love this program.
Thank you.
I've asked the question of learned people before, and the answer given to me only confused me more. So I'm excited to ask this of Jimmy. First of all, I do want to say I'll be praying for Mary.
Awesome.
Thank you.
But
Thank you, John.
this is regarding the infancy narratives, and which Gospels I'm not sure
Matthew
these
and
come
Luke.
from. But with regard to the Annunciation, in one of the Gospels, Mary says to the angel, "How can this be? For I haven't known man." And
right, or
no
it's
prophet.
actually present tense. I know not man.
I know not man.
And
okay.
it's Luke.
Is it okay? And then now go over to the angel greeting Zechariah to tell him that he and Elizabeth will conceive in their old age.
Right.
And Zechariah says something to the effect of, "Well, how can this be? Because we're well beyond childbearing years," as the previous caller just said. And yet he's sort of chastised in a way and told, because of his lack of faith, that he won't speak until John is born.
Right.
So I don't understand why seemingly they both ask a question basically that anybody would ask. And that's, how could this happen?
Yeah. So this is a very common question because the way Luke writes this account, he points out multiple parallels between what happens with Zechariah and what happens with Mary. And you can read about this. This is Luke chapter 1. And so given those multiple parallels between their situations, why, when Zechariah asks a question, does he get struck dumb? But when Mary asks a question, she doesn't, and she's even the angel, sends her, indicates that John the Baptist has already been conceived by her kinswoman Elizabeth, who she then goes to visit, and Elizabeth, filled with the Holy Spirit, praises Mary. So rather than being chastised for asking the question, Mary ends up being praised as a result. And if you look closely at the text, the answer becomes apparent. When Zechariah is told he's going to have a son, his question is, how will I know this? So he's just been told, but he's challenging that answer. He's asking for proof because he's not believing. He's not simply taking the angel at his word. Then, when the same angel, Gabriel, goes to Mary and tells her she's going to have a child in seemingly impossible circumstances because she doesn't know man, she doesn't have marital relations with any man, so how's she going to have a child? She asks a different question. She doesn't say, how will I know this? She says, how will it be? So she accepts the fact it's going to be, but she asks how it's going to come about. And so then the angel tells her, well, this is within God's power. He can give children even to people in impossible circumstances, like look at your cousin Elizabeth, who's too old to have a child, but God's given her one anyway. And then when she visits Elizabeth, if you look in Luke 1, verse 45, Elizabeth, filled with the Holy Spirit, confirms our understanding of what the difference in the question was. Because what she says regarding Mary is, blessed is she who believed that this would happen for her. And so that's the key difference between Mary and her reaction and Zechariah and his reaction. Zechariah didn't believe. He demanded a miraculous sign, and so the angel gave him one. He struck him dumb. But when Mary asked her question, she believed. She just wanted a clarification on how it would happen, and so she's pronounced blessed for having believed, and that's the point of difference between her and Zechariah.
Okay, John. I hope that clears that up for you there.